in horses, I noticed a lot of things within myself. I remembered a lot who I was, and the impact that I have on people, and definitely the smile.
In Maryland, right? I was the first black to compete in Salisbury, Maryland, as Wycombe Pacific spiritual leaders. Myself as a shaman, my mother is a shaman, right? To go around tribes and live with among tribes, right? Just passing in spiritual emotions. It was not about telling them how to live and worship like the white man. It was more about telling them how to live with each other.
Good morning. I'm coming to you live from Dover, Delaware. All right. I'm sitting here. It's early morning, trying to get my little healthy drink. It's pretty good. Now I'm gonna get you. Now I'm gonna do my intro for today's video. All right. So let's go. Today's video gonna be about tradition. All right, passing what you know down to the next generation. Tradition. All right. See, now we live in a modern society where everybody own a vehicle. Everybody own a vehicle, right? Some people, well, probably 1% of the population still ride horses to get around town. And they use their skills and training to pass it down to the young people to keep the tradition still going, all right? And this individual, Mr. Johnson from Delaware, I call Mr. Johnson, Black Cowboys of Delaware, all right? So we're gonna meet with Mr. Johnson in a little bit, and he's going to give a more history and more background on his training and skills of his horses. All right. So let's get into this video. See y'all in the next video. Mr. Johnson.
Roger that. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning, man. Good morning to the citizens.
Yep. Good morning, Dover, Delaware. You met Romeo, and some of you have seen him around town. This is Michelle, my AI, and Michelle's been riding for 2 years, and I've been riding for over 60 years. If you've seen us around town, then you probably know, right, that Romeo's responsible for a lot of things other than just giving us rides and having us get excited and showing off out in town. He's responsible for smiles, people that haven't been around a horse, people that don't know what that experience is like. And he's very personable. Like he's standing here, not like he got someplace to go, but just because we're standing here. If I stepped off or Michelle stepped off, he would have to make a decision about who he's going to follow. But he would definitely, I could anticipate his movement.
You gonna follow?
Oh yeah, it's not like the dog, but it's so close to human nature with a mammal, right, where you don't have to have a verbal speaking thing. I associate a lot with a child and your spouse, because you know those two people better than anybody else.
Yeah.
You know. Indeed. So yeah, we're responsible for a lot of smiles in Dover at many different ages. My youngest student is 4 and my oldest student is 91. There's a barrage of people in between that have to deal with the same therapeutic desensitizing that we do. Life is changing. The same pressure that we hold as adults, we got kids out here, right, dealing with it in the same fashion and not having a way to get it released. We can't all afford a horse, but we can afford to communicate and realize what we're facing. So when I met Michelle, her experience with horses was like, none.
At all.
No. She got up on a horse and they just shocked me.
She's like a professional now.
Yeah, they just shocked
training me.
Yeah, what's going on? You know.
Yes, indeed.
But the ability to look and see that in somebody else, or the need, there's no doubt that when people step around to a horse, right, you get that feeling, oh my God, you big, you know, eyeball bigger than my whole head, you know, and he reacts. There's a conversation that starts. His ears, his eyes, the way they focus. just his lip quivering. These are things, right, that just body language teach you, but a child doesn't know how to deal with the body language of stress. That therapy all of a sudden can be beholden, right, with an animal that can't speak, that weighs 5 times more than you. My 4-year-old student, when he says whoa, he means whoa. There's a conversation that goes on. If you're back to him, you don't know that he's not talking to his mom or his brother. And likewise, right, with my other students. But I mean, it's a building process, but it comes with character, the pruning, the learning to be around them. As I said, you know, when I saw Michelle up on a horse the first time, right, I saw her joy. First of all, like, her face just lit up. And then I saw her adapting and doing things naturally that as an instructor, I knew I didn't teach her that. This is the first class, you know, where do we go with this? And so I started pointing her down the road. She came, did a couple classes, right, and it turned into her obsession. I couldn't begin to tell you how it hit her. Why don't you? Yeah.
Hold on. Well, I'm gonna get to you, all right? We're gonna take this back a little bit, all right?
Okay, where we going?
No, we're going right here. We're just gonna get to know your background a little bit.
Okay.
What inspired you to get into horses?
Oh my God. I was 4 years old. My earliest memory was 4 years old, right, on a reservation in Therapeutic, Maryland. My mother and my grandfather, right, had a real close relationship, and she had left the reservation to come to Snow Hill, Maryland. My family was separated from the reservation at that time, but I was young enough to remember, right, that was my roots. I couldn't adapt myself into the black communities. I liked to do other stuff. I didn't like to play baseball. I didn't like to play basketball. I liked to run around in the woods and jump on the back of the pigs. And if the chicken would hold me, I would get on his back, especially the roosters. But
that's good. Good to be different.
I was a rider from a very young age with the animals. And my grandfather, being a Native American and a tribesman in Therapeutic, Maryland, when we came back from Maryland, he had said that stay away from the mules, son. Stay away from the mules. Native American cultures is, you know, you tell a child once, and if you see him more than twice, right, there's an ass whipping to follow. The thing of be able to entertain yourself and control and not get in the way of contributing to the tribe. My grandfather realized that with the mules, I was amazing. Mules would sit down, just not go. Grandpa made money with the white folks that way. And when the mules got hired, then I started getting hired. And it just took off from there. I joined the Marine Corps at 15 years of age. 32 years later, I stand here, right, just realizing, right, that my life is just beginning.
That's true.
There's a journey that I've been on, chosen by my Creator, that says, yeah, this is the way to go. 32 years left me with a lot of scars, but not as many gifts as I see here. And seeing it every day in Dover, every day, and especially I'm blessed to have these horses. Romeo's special, but you know, so are the people that I meet. They are special.
So,
good.
How long you been training for, though?
I've been training with horses right from the time that I was probably about 10 years of age.
Oh, wow.
Showing somebody what I knew. Most of the white communities in Maryland, right, I was the first black to compete in Salisbury, Maryland at the Wycomico Pacific Center. At that time, everybody was big into dressage and endurance riding. I've always had the ability when it came to these animals, right, to get deeply connected with them and to stop that upper class attitude of socialism where they just say, well, you can't own a horse, you can't do that, but then explain me. It's like explaining to Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali, you know, a Beyonce. You know, they're doing what they love and what their core is. This is more than just something that I do. It's something that I live or have lived and continue. And at some point I know that I'll have to leave it. You know, it's not a sad story, it's a story of continuance. It's a story of long beyond me goes this thing that can't be written. And they can take a lot of things. They have taken a lot of things from me, but this unwritten story, I expect the shadow people to take it forward with me. I mean, I will know the answers, but Michelle will see the results, the method, the psychology behind it, the therapy, and the feeling for it is just, It's like the smile that you see when we ride through town.
All right, Michelle.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, how you got to
Meet Michelle.
Yeah.
She was one of my students. I came to meet Michelle right as what most people would do with us, give us a call, we set up an appointment, and we decide as what level rider this is going to be, whether they're new. Michelle happened to be new, so we met down Legislative Hall, and I watched her family, you know, watch her do this crazy thing of getting on the back of a horse. She lit up, and she was happy there, but she just had this natural ability, you know, and it started happening immediately, day by day, ride by ride. And the only other equation that I had was teaching her about being around horses. Riding was simple for her, it was natural. Being around horses was something that she's learned, and she can speak to that because I leave her with any student, any student.
You want to speak to him?
That's how it started. It was just a call. You can definitely say it was a calling. And Romeo took off. Romeo taught me a lot. It was definitely a start of a journey. What else do you want to say?
Little cowgirl spirit in you?
Oh, definitely. It was a spiritual thing. It's just a lot.
It's just a lot. So how long you been doing this?
About 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah,
And you
about
feel
2
like
years.
you feel like you're pretty good at it now? Or?
Oh yes, just going with the flow and riding for the fall was definitely something that was most importantly taught to me. And don't take it easy. You know, challenge yourself with a lot of things. And horses definitely teach you a lot of things about yourself. They put a mirror up to you and see what you need to work on. And that's where the therapy comes into play.
All right, I'm gonna ask you, why Romeo?
Why
You
Romeo?
could not pick a different horse to be here, right?
Oh yes, indeed.
And why Romeo?
Because he's the one that started it. He started all this.
That was the first horse you ever rode.
Oh yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And
Bareback.
They're back. Oh wow.
Right at Legislative Hall.
Romeo, man. Romeo on camera. Everybody in Dover knew you, man. Dover, Delaware, guys.
Yes, indeed.
So you have kids, right? You gonna inspire them to
Yes, they
follow
are.
up their training too, like you, or?
Not like me, but they are starting their journey. They have a favorite, which is Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son, he likes to ride bareback with Rain, and he's a thoroughbred, a trotting horse, and he's more challenging than Romeo as far as the ride, but he's young, and the best way to teach someone is when they don't know, because they're just falling into it.
Yeah.
And you're pouring into someone, especially when their cup is halfway empty. You pour into it and you fill it up even more, and they don't even know that you're doing it.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you ever stand out? Because well, this is not a big city, but we don't live in a ranch either. And you a female, not too many females out here riding horses.
Do I stand out?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, for sure. When you see him, you see me. Or when you see me, you see him.
What do you get any negative feedback or
Negative?
or positive? Or, give me either one.
Mostly positive. I can't say that there's no negative, because being a black rider on a horse, there's definitely the racial aspect of it. But mostly it's mainly positive. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Especially with Romeo, because he brings a lot of joy to a lot of people. Yeah, for sure. And plus, I have a reputation of playing too much.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I definitely open people up to riding.
So how many on your bills, right? How many people you train to
That's a good question. How many do you think? Yes.
She's over at this point over 12 students.
Over 12
Oh,
students.
yeah.
All right.
From beginning to end.
Somebody here, right, is watching, and they're interested in learning how to ride in one of class. How can they reach your?
Oh, D&S Equestrian Center in Dover, Delaware. We're a mobile company. We do events, parties, personal lessons, private lessons, group lessons.
Do you have like a phone number, Instagram?
We're not on social media yet, but we will be.
Well, you're on YouTube now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right.
And this is Dwight Johnson. I'm Michelle Terry. And and that's Sherry Johnson. And we're at 302-270-4452.
All right.
See you on the trail.
See you on the trail.
That's awesome. Man.
That's what's up, man.
Since I want to leave a good footprint. And if the best footprint that I can leave is the continuance of my story, then for God's sake, remember, it's very simple to love an animal, to have patience for people, right, that don't know what I know, to be balanced in what I do with this animal, because he didn't ask to come into this world. We didn't ask to be black. We didn't ask to be white. He just asked to enjoy life. When I tell my friends about losing their father, there's a responsibility that you have other than just hurting. There's a deeper calling. The journey has to be completed. It's not the end. It's the beginning. Just unknown. But you know, you're connected to it. Like I'm connected to this land, connected to this horse. He makes me reach out and find people. And it just happens to be Dover today. But for over 500 years, my people have been doing this. You know.
Riding horses.
Absolutely.
2024, you keeping that
still going on.
journey alive.
I expect after me, right, she'll be pissing somebody else off. I am sure of that.
All right. I heard something, right? I heard through the internet. Horses are very spiritual.
Oh yes.
All right. Can you give me an experience or
an experience that's for me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. 10 years ago, I had an Arabian. He was probably the color of this young lady's skin, just a very bright orangish red. He was much smaller than Romeo, but he was the type horse, right, that was all over the place. For him, if I was off his back, he wanted to know where I was going and why I got off. Not just, wasn't just a thing that he would react. He wanted to know. So we were down here at this intersection at this light. It had snowed that morning and it had stopped. And I took the horse out for a little ride and stuff. Nothing major for me, but even being an experienced rider, 6 seconds, right, for something to go wrong. Did I feel it ahead of time? I knew that I was in a perilous situation because of the ice and snow on the asphalt. And he stepped up onto the road, right, to go through that light down there, and just turned over like a tire. And my leg went underneath me. The traffic stopped and people came running and stuff, right? But what was interesting was that he stood there, like, what are you doing down there? I knew that when I got on that horse that day, I could feel that I needed to take care of him. I never once thought. I was too full of myself to think that he would have to take care of me. Because as people rode by, he stood over top of me in the middle of the street. And I just realized that my leg was going in directions it shouldn't be going in. The pain. It's pretty intense.
That's deep.
Pretty intense.
That's deep, man.
It caused me to have a different respect for the responsibility of having a horse out there. But their warnings, it is all a feeling. 6 seconds before the worst thing that could happen on the back of a horse, right? You get a warning. The question is, did you catch it? Was it something simple like him, I don't know, playing with his lip, raising his ears up to let you know that I'm listening? Listen, I'm listening. Eye contact. I know that you're here. Where are you? Where are you? And just being insistent without being in control, you can ask him to come around. There you go. Give me that eye. He knows. You can't always do that with people.
No.
You can't do that with any other animal, even a dog that connects with you like that on that level. It's big enough to make you realize. That Arab is long gone, but that lesson, I tell all my students, how'd that fall start? What did you not see? I know you felt it all, that's why I'm asking you, but breaking it down part by part so that you realize where your responsibility was, because the art of riding this horse is very doable. It's like stacking blocks, and we do it every day when we walk, when a baby starts to move, when we're out there throwing it, just getting jiggy with it. We're doing things with our body in ways, right, that most people don't realize, right, that we're born for this. I know that I can ride with the best, but just like we dance different, just like we break dance different, we're bringing something different to this sport, and we're new. To open up to it and have young people experience it, I'm excited. I'm excited. I was supposed to have a white dude right with long hair, wearing cowboy boots. I was not supposed to have this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, undisputably, as I talk about her caliber and where she's come from, that's the shadow warrior that has to do this, because there's always going to be, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't do that. How can, well, you got all these questions for me, instead of asking me about my skill. That's what I want to stand. That history is untouchable. As long as that story's being breathed, I think we're good. We're always going to get that, oh my God, a nigger on a horse. You're always going to get that, But keep riding, keep pushing skill. Make them get better, absolutely. And if you ever see on my horse not treating him right and he not looking good, cleaned up and stuff, say something. Don't take your car out there looking like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's right. I'm Romeo. You my boy.
Romeo. Can I see some ride from you? Or,
Some riding?
yeah, you can
Let
ride.
him jump right up there. I'm going to get him his drink.
Oh, you gonna give him a drink?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
How about you get up there?
You want me to get up there?
Yeah. You get up there. I give you a lesson.
All right. Now, who gonna hold the camera?
I'll hold it.
All right, turn around. When it go dark, just tap the back. The screen is gonna come back on. But when you see the red light, that means it's still recording. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Oh God.
Hold on. Let me fix you up here.
Hey guys, I'm about to ride a horse, man. My first time. You gonna put me on the spot? Hey.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Let's go.
You put me on the spot. All right. So how you get up on it? Just.
Okay, so you put your left foot.
No. All right, you can.
So you put your left foot in here, and then you hold on to the saddle, and you hop up.
I sure what a different pins for this. Oh. Oh man.
Now hold on. Okay, so keep your hands forward.
Yeah.
Like this. And this is right. And by your side. So it's like this. Okay. Keep your back straight. Chin up. And stay proud. But enough where you can still see where you're going. Okay?
Yeah.
You keep your legs locked in. You got that on here? You must have strong legs. And you go with the flow.
Go with the flow?
You just rock. Okay. And what we're gonna do is or you want to do, you want me to get up?
Stay down. Stay.
All right, let's do one more round. So, I get recording. Or you about to give it some.
It's not Mountain Dew, but it'll do in a pinch. Stay down.
Here, you dismount now, mount up.
Hmm?
You dismount, I'll mount up. I'll get up. No. You lean forward and swing your leg out. Yep. The same way you got on. Yep. That's it. Yep. Oh, I got that on camera. Oh.
You got that on camera? You don't even know you're recording, huh?
I got it. You turning me into a professional photographer.
The horse drink Kenny the Drive.
His thing is better Mountain Dew. What's the name? Stay.
Stay.
Go to the corner of his mouth. Build it up.
Oh wow.
Get up, mommy. Get up.
Get up.
I don't want to hear that. I'll give you a hand.
Hold up. Cause it's sliding.
What's the name?
What language is that?
Lakota.
Lakota.
It's 500 years old, and just some of those things that was passed down in my journey with my mom when I came back home from the military.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was alone for the first time in my life, even though I'd been around many men and got promoted in the Marine Corps. I was alone. The first time I'd ever been without my people. And now I understand when they say, you know, the shadow people will come and will be gone.
Yeah. Lakota is a Native American.
Yes, yes. Originally a Midwestern Native American tribe, but all before 1879 in the Trail of Tears, we were already being dispersed, moved around by war or tribal indifferences. And us winding up here is not unusual because the idea for Native Americans always stay near the river. That's where life begins. When mother cries, she cries with a purpose.
So, all right, where you original from in the United States?
In the United States, originally I'm from Salisbury and Snow Hill, Maryland. The area was called Therapeutic, Maryland. It's about 25 miles on the other side of Salisbury, Maryland. A place called Therapeutic, Maryland. It was called the Black Mud Beach. Popular with Chickasaw, Nanticoke, Lenape, Chickasaw, Lenape, and Cherokee. Really prevalent for Virginia, North Carolina Indians. And since we were a roving tribe, meaning Lakota people, it was easy to see that we were not so much preachers, but spiritual leaders. Myself as a shaman, my mother as a shaman, right? To go around tribes and live among tribes, right? Just passing the spiritual emotions. It was not about telling them how to live and worship like the white man. It was more about telling them how to live with each other.
Yeah.
What those emotions are to mean. Aktanaha,
All right, I'm gonna follow you real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna go on this side because the sun on that side.
So you're going to be able to downsize that right where she's not so big. You know,
I ain't got that kind of power. But she...
I know you're going to say just what I was going to say.
What
Shave a little bit off that.
Shave a little bit off. Because it adds 10 pounds. I told you I need to lose weight.
Nah, you alright, man.
No. I can't go off of that.
Hold on, let me get on the other side so I can get you pretty good. Cool husband. So go ahead, what you're talking about, how he inspired you.
Oh, he made me see a lot within myself, especially Romeo. He made me face myself. There was a lot of things that I was going through. I was in a marriage that I wasn't happy in, and I finally got my smile. It's still happening. I got my smile back. But you don't know that you're going through these things, and you don't know. The thing is that you don't know. The thing is that you don't know that this is what you need, you know, until it happens, until you go through it. You have to go through experiences, and sometimes things need to happen. You know, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to make the uncomfortable comfortable. And I was definitely in an uncomfortable place and didn't know it. I was comfortable.
Because you were living the moment.
I was living in the moment, but I was living in a point where I didn't know. I forgot I was here, you know. And once I got out of that situation, I was like, "Oh snap, I'm here." And when I started riding horses, I noticed a lot of things within myself. I remembered a lot of who I was, you know, and the impact that I have on people, and definitely my smile coming back. And making a lot of people smile, you know?
That's a good thing, man.
And radiating to other people and lifting people up, brightening up their day and their lives. People coming back to get the same things that I have inside of me. You know, me pouring into other people. And I didn't know that he was even pouring into me. Like he said, he was supposed to have a white guy with long hair and stuff like that.
He
was like, yeah, yeah, for sure.
But of course, that's stereotype. You know what I mean? Of course.
Well, that's what he was expecting for his protege.
Yeah.
But everyone always says that I should have been born a boy. So I am a tomboy. I am very feminine, but I'm definitely down to earth.
I see more feminine side of you. That's a good thing.
Thank you, because I've been working on it.
Even though you ride a horse, don't mean nothing. You still
I do
got
a lot more stuff. I do archery, calligraphy. It's a lot of things that I do that I forgot that I did. But that man right there, I owe him a lot because he single-handedly changed my life. Not single-handedly, help with Romeo too. I'm sorry, Romeo. I'll give you your credit too. But the help with Romeo, he made me see myself, and it was definitely a calling, you know, that I had to answer to. You can't be, you have to go with God's plan, and don't be scared about it, you know, because it's definitely scary.
Yeah.
You know, fear is the beginning of success. And if you're scared, do it scared. Because I definitely did this scared. And then you get more comfortable. You start to relax, you know. But the thing is the first step.
Making the first move.
Yep.
So how long were you on married for?
15 years.
15. Wow, that's a
15
long
years.
time.
Definitely 15 years. Been in a relationship with him since, 96, 94?
Oh, wow. You don't even know. You look super young to do sort of. I'm dead serious.
My oldest is 24.
Nah.
Yeah, my oldest is 24.
You look 24.
Oh my goodness. Yesterday, this boy, I said, my son is older than you. We can't do that. No, my son is older than you. And I'm just recently becoming single. And I was like, oh, I forgot I can date and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely it's a lot of new things that I'm being opened up to. And I didn't know life could be so enjoyable, you know? I didn't know about it, about being happy. And
You seem like you pretty happy, man. You asked me a question, right, when I was riding the horse. You said, do you feel anything? And I said, this is my first time, right?
yes,
But
indeed.
trust me, talking to you, I realized I was a little bit calm when I was riding the horse. Not overthinking, just enjoying the ride.
That's another thing. You have to be out of your head. Get
Yeah.
out of your head, because we have a tendency to try to to weigh out the outcome.
Yeah.
And that's something also, is that we try to make plans of God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to just go with the flow.
Go
Just
with
go
the flow.
Go with the rhythm. It's definitely a wave, you know, and just ride it.
You're right. I was a little calmer, just thinking about my next, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
when you got up here, you were stiff as I don't know what, and then you started to relax. That's most important. You have to relax.
you have to relax.
Yep, you have to relax. And sometimes you just hold on and let go. Let go of everything and just find out what could happen.
Yeah.
You might be surprised. You might like it.
Yeah.
And more importantly, you might love it.
I like it already, man. It's my first time ever riding a horse, and I felt a lot comfortable.
Yep. And you never know until you try. You have to try it. So you can find out, so you can know.
All right, man.
Yeah. And you never know who's going to show you. Like, I didn't think it was going to come from a horse. Nobody thought I would be on a horse, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this just came out of nowhere, for sure. Romeo, he's right there. Oh, he's not right there. He's going.
Yeah, you going.
Oh, where are they going?
Well, I guess I'm going to use you as a thumbnail for my own video.
Okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, but Dwight Johnson, he's definitely gifted, and he exposed my gifts.
Mhm.
You know, like he was saying, his story has to go on.
Yeah.
And I can say I understood the assignment. for
And
sure.
he trusts you to keep it going when he's no longer around.
Yeah.
But he got a lot more years. You ain't got to worry about that right
Yeah.
now, bro. You got, you know what I mean? But I
And-
show you, his legacy is in a good hand.
Yeah. And to know how important that is, and who I have to reach out to. Well, not me reach out to, who's going to be coming
Mm-hmm.
to carry it on as well. You know, my children, they do ride. It's just every once in a while because they're in college and they have their sports and stuff, you know, but they do have a love for horses. Like, if we got rid of Romeo, or especially Rain, and believe it or not, Rain's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an asshole. But they
Where's
love him.
Ring at? He's at home?
Yeah, across the street. Right at home. And but Rain takes a lot of work. With anybody that is traumatized, you have to work through it. It just takes time and a lot of patience. And one thing I have is patience. I have an extreme amount of patience.
Yeah, I heard working with horses, you gotta have a lot of patience. And that help you too? Build your patience up?
Oh yeah. Well, that's something I've always had. I've always had patience with people and working with people, but definitely with horses. The horses made me dive deeper into myself. That's why I was asking you, what did you discover? And what did
Calmly,
you-
everyone, yeah. I was pretty much calm.
Yeah, what did you discover that you did different within yourself and your character?
Yeah, man. You want to speed up a little bit? I run after you.
You sure?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
What? You know what, Romeo? Do something. You are something. You are a good boy. Good boy, Romeo. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, Romeo. But definitely, when you talk to the horses, they understand.
Yeah.
Like with Romeo, I'll just be completely transparent. I was addicted to pain pills. Didn't know that I was going through a lot. You know, that's why I got out of that marriage too, because it was outside of my character.
Yeah.
To do all that stuff, and wanting to drink and smoking cigarettes. More importantly, smoking cigarettes. I am not a smoker at all. I do not smoke cigarettes. Okay, Romeo, I'm about to get off here. Yeah, I don't smoke cigarettes, and that was something that I knew because everybody was shocked about it. They was like, Michelle, you're smoking cigarettes. I know, I'm sorry.
You
But
were
I'm
stressed out.
Yep, stressed out. So once I heard that, I said, no, there has to be a change. And you have to, when you pray to God, you have to be careful of what you ask for. You have to be very specific. Because I asked God to show me the truth and to show me anything that's using my energy that's not for good, get it out of my life. Next thing you know, I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting rid of my house. I had a huge house. Just literally threw everything out. I just walked out because it wasn't worth it.
Now you free.
And when I'm more importantly,
You free?
I'm free. I am free. Definitely
That's good.
free.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm free to end. I wasn't doing anything in a community as far as helping and giving back, you know, pouring into anyone. But I'm glad about that I went through that situation, because now I have an eye to know to help somebody else out. You don't even have to talk.
Your experience through life, like I tell anybody, man, what? Listen, guys, I tell anybody, what you go through in life build you.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
When you're going through it, you will not understand why it's happening to you. But trust me, after you make it passing, it built you in a way that you see things and be able to help people that going through the similar situation or something different, but you know what I mean?
And
Trust
always
me.
have gratitude. Always have gratitude in your heart, no matter what. Even during your hardest times, have gratitude, and God will be there to see you through, for sure.
Listen, your struggle is there to build you, not to break you. I
Yes.
believe that.
Those are those building blocks.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Hey guys, we at the end of this video, man. If you watch this video all the way to this point, you already know you're citizen. Alright, look, I'm gonna ask this question. Alright, at the end of my video, I like to leave somebody that watched my video all the way to this point a little bit motivation, something to keep them going. Alright, so somebody over there, right, that is watching, try so many times in life, and they keep on failing. Whatever they try to do, they fail. How can they continue? What can you tell them to motivate them to continue, keep trying, and don't give up?
Oh, you know what? Slow motion is better than no motion. You rub it in your skin like lotion. That's my promotion.
Hey,
Okay?
that's it. And also, believe in yourself like you believe in God.
For
Believe in
sure.
yourself like you believe in anything. You have the power to
Spread
change,
love.
and change your life. See you next video.